So we took out time to speak with an environmental expert. In fact, he likes to be called an environmental activist, Desmond Majekodunmi, who is a member of the board of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation.
There's a massive desertification that's just coming in, and there's also a lot of terrible coastal erosion that's happening all along our coast.
He spoke to us on a number of issues on why it is important to see the environment as people's support for life. Hear him.
There's a massive desertification that's just coming in, and there's also a lot of terrible coastal erosion that's happening all along our coast. At the same time, the biodiversity loss is beginning to express itself now, especially with the avifauna and the flora as well. We're seeing it, vultures are being wiped out, and we're losing a lot of forest, a lot of very, very essential, what we could call commodities in the forest, because the forest provides so much for us, apart from the obvious thing, which is the shade and the shelter. But then there's also the incredible oxygenation of the environment, and also forests help to bring the rain. So when you start losing the flora and the fauna, you're going to start having major problems, and it's beginning to build up very, very much in Nigeria now. We're losing a lot of species because, you see, extinction is forever. And when a species goes into extinction, it's gone. It's gone. There's a lot of species, especially in the wetland areas, which are tremendous biomes. They have tremendous biodiversity. There's a lot of species there that have not even been identified. The immediate solution has to come from awareness and realization. And this is one of the beautiful things about what the NCF is doing in its awareness programs. One of the flagship awareness programs is the SL Edu lecture. The damage is happening very, very rapidly. And there's a point, a breaking point in this deterioration where we have been warned by the United Nations, by the International Panel for Climate Change, that has been given information from the World Meteorological Organizations and from even the Space Research Institutes and so on, that if we allow this deterioration of the atmosphere and biodiversity to continue even for the next 12 years, we could get to a point whereby the process of deterioration shall become unstoppable and eventually catastrophic. So these forest reserves, these have to be very, very diligently protected. Protection of endangered species like the pangolin and the turtle, this needs to be done, and it needs to be done with very rigid enforcement. And the penalties need to be increased so people appreciate the severity of what they're doing. So awareness, and then the enforcement of legislation. And then we as just individuals try to do your little bit. Stop throwing plastic all over the place in the streets. It goes into the drains, can help to cause floods. Stop all this nonsense and know that we are here to care for creation. This is our primary function as humanity on Earth. The Edu lecture has always had a very good impact because we bring a diversity of people there, of age groups and so on, a lot of young people, a lot of students, even from the universities as well, and they get awareness. There's also a award of scholarships that are also given, and the fact that the SL Edu lecture is named after an icon in our history, Chief SL Edu, who was one of the founding fathers of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, along with other people like the late Ambassador Aduke Alakeja, Obulaji Johnson, and our current president of the Board of Trustees. It is bringing people of high caliber together. like our president, Uzoma Philip Asiodu, our current chairman of the board, Senator Idi Dafinoni. Senator Dafinoni is there now, and he's in the Senate. He's going to be, pushing a lot of legislation for protecting the environment. Senator Akin Odunsi is also there. There are many people of, status in the board, and they will be at the lecture. So this creates more impact as well.